Now, this is a really cool, I call it a new feature in Apple Photos, but it's actually been there for a year or so. And what it is, it's under Edit. You can, of course, adjust things manually to a large degree. You can use filters. You can crop, of course. And there's something called Cleanup. Now, when you click Cleanup the first time, it has to download. You'll see it's actually saying, hey, we're recommending we get rid of this item right here, which is for sure one I want to get rid of. There's actually two things, but we'll start with that. So then you just go over that item there. And poop, it's gone. And you can do a little touching up like that. You might want to say, well, that wasn't quite what I wanted. Undo cleanup. You can just do a little more like that. That's okay. And then he won't notice. And then if you go up here, like this item, we don't want that item. We just sort of outline it and select it, and then bloop, let go of your mouse, and it just goes away. I might want to keep that, but actually for sake of the video, even though he's a great guy and a great professional footballer, it started right here at that club, Olivio. We're going to get rid of him too. And we can then touch it up like that. So, a couple little touch-ups more. It looks pretty darn good. I mean, actually, I could go further because this little, required sign from the city, just get rid of it like that. And there we go. Now we have a pretty clean team photo. I can now touch it up a little bit more. And where I click done now. What I actually like to do is then right-click with the mouse on the picture and click Edit With, and then I go further with Photoshop. Now, you can remove items in Photoshop, and it's actually pretty darn good as well. Actually, it's amazing, their AI. But for these things, you see how easy it was. It's much easier in Apple Photos. And what I like to do is then go into Filter, Camera Raw Filter, and then I like to go here to this little item, select Subject. It should select all the young men there. It basically does. You can subtract and minus stuff. So I'm going to subtract, and I'm going to do brush, and I'm going to go right in through here. Just because those aren't people. So we subtract that out. And that's good. You can also add like this foot, but it's not really important for this. And then you can get in here and you can adjust. You can pump up the shadows. You can pump up the whites. You can lower the highlights. And then we could add just a little bit of saturation. Give it a little more of a pop. And then I like to use the haze a lot too. You see, it gives a more natural look. So there we have it. Now we click this, we hit save, we save it at the highest JPEG, and it automatically comes back in. Pay attention to the picture now. It'll add up, look at that, updates automatically to the way we wanted it. Now there is a weird, I call it a bug between Photoshop and Apple Photos where it actually looks different than it just looked in Photoshop. So you might need to go in and actually do a couple little edits to get it a little bit back to where you feel happy with the players popping out like this, and a little more saturation, and then there you go. So that's the new little tip in Apple Photos, is basically the edit cleanup, which I just find amazing and very useful. And you got a little advanced tips on how you can use Apple Photos with Adobe Photoshop. All right, if you like it, give it a thumbs up. Take care, David from Pinecker01, wishing you a fantastic and creative day.